Most men get this completely wrong. They think attraction is built through effort. More texting, more compliments, more availability, more proving themselves. But the harder most men try, the less women feel. And the brutal part, most women will never tell you why they lost interest. They'll just say, "I don't know. The vibe changed." Here's what you don't understand. Attraction is rarely logical. It's psychological, emotional, subtle, and the men who trigger it aren't always the nicest, richest, or best-looking men in the room. They're the men who understand human nature. And no one understood human nature better than Machiavelli. Machiavelli wasn't teaching dating advice. He was teaching power, influence, desire, control, and if you understand his principles correctly, you'll realize something dangerous. The same psychology that controls kingdoms also controls attraction. This is where most men fail. They think being attractive means being good, always agreeable, always available, always predictable. But predictability kills tension, and tension is what creates emotional obsession. The first secret women don't want you to know is this: neediness is louder than words. You can say all the right things. You can act confident. You can pretend to be relaxed. But if your emotional state depends on her attention, she feels it instantly. That's the hidden signal most men broadcast without realizing it. You reply too fast because you're afraid to lose momentum. You over-explain because you fear misunderstanding. You chase reassurance because silence makes you anxious. And that's exactly why attraction disappears. Because neediness tells a woman one thing: this man doesn't value himself without validation. A high-value man doesn't panic when energy shifts. He doesn't collapse emotionally because a woman pulled back for one day. He stays centered. That emotional stability feels powerful. Not because he's cold, because he's in control of himself. And self-control is rare. Now here's where it gets even deeper. The second secret is that emotional unpredictability creates fascination. Most men become emotionally readable too quickly. Within days, the woman already knows he likes her more than she likes him. He'll always be available. He's emotionally invested already. Game over. Mystery disappears. Machiavelli understood that people obsess over what they cannot fully control or predict. And attraction works the same way. That doesn't mean playing childish games. It means keeping your emotional composure instead of constantly revealing your hand. Weak men seek immediate certainty. Attractive men are comfortable with ambiguity. That's a massive difference. When a man constantly seeks reassurance, he kills emotional tension. But when a man has his own mission, his own standards, his own focus, women start wondering about him. Curiosity becomes attraction. And attraction becomes emotional investment. The third secret. Women are deeply affected by social perception, even when they deny it. Here's what most men don't realize. A woman pays attention to how other people respond to you. Your energy, your presence, your confidence under pressure, the respect you command without forcing it. Because status isn't just money or fame, it's emotional authority. Can you walk into a room without needing approval? Can you speak calmly under tension? Can you disagree without becoming emotional? Most men crumble the moment they feel challenged. They become defensive, reactive, desperate to prove themselves. But calm confidence is intimidatingly attractive. And that's exactly why emotionally disciplined men stand out immediately. Not loud men, not attention seekers, controlled men. Because control signals strength. The fourth secret is the one almost nobody talks about. Detachment increases perceived value. Read that again. The man who can walk away is the man people chase. Not because he's manipulative, because scarcity creates importance. Think about it. Why do women suddenly become interested after a man stops chasing? Why does attention often appear after emotional withdrawal? Because humans are wired to value what feels difficult to secure. This is pure psychology. When you make a woman feel like your entire world revolves around her, you unintentionally lower your perceived value. But when your life already feels full, purpose, ambition, discipline, direction, your attention becomes selective. And selective attention feels valuable. This is where most men fail again. They make women the center of their identity. Big mistake. A woman should add to your life, not become your life. The fifth secret is brutal. Women are more attracted to emotional strength than emotional perfection. Most men think confidence means never feeling fear. Wrong. Confidence is behaving calmly despite uncertainty. That's the difference. Women test emotional strength constantly, often unconsciously. Not with logic, with pressure, silence, mixed signals, disagreement, mood shifts. And weak men react emotionally every single time. They become clingy, passive-aggressive, jealous, over-eager. But the man who stays grounded during emotional pressure instantly separates himself from average men. Because emotional reactions expose insecurity. And insecurity destroys attraction faster than bad looks ever will. This is why some average-looking men attract beautiful women effortlessly, while attractive men still get ignored. Behavior beats appearance over time, every time. Now here's the final secret. Women are attracted to men who are difficult to emotionally control. This doesn't mean toxic. It doesn't mean cruel. It means mentally independent. A man who can think for himself. A man who doesn't instantly fold under female approval. A man who has standards, boundaries, and direction. Machiavelli understood something most men never learn. People respect what they cannot easily manipulate. And attraction without respect never lasts. That's why constantly trying to impress women backfires. You become performative, reactive, approval-seeking. But when a man focuses on building himself instead of chasing validation, his entire energy changes. His walk changes. His tone changes. His decisions change. Women notice that immediately. Because confidence isn't something you say. It's something people feel when you no longer need anything from them. And that's the real lesson most men never learn. Attraction isn't about begging to be chosen. It's about becoming a man who would still be powerful, focused and fulfilled even if nobody was watching. That's the man women remember. That's the man they chase. And that's the man most men are too afraid to become.